Hertz is selling 20,000 EVs and replacing them with gas-powered vehicles. eBay will pay $3 million to resolve criminal charges in a bizarre cyberstalking case. And from the winners to the weird, Engadget is wrapping up at CES 2024. It's Friday, January 12th, and this is Engadget News. Hertz says it's selling around 20,000 electric vehicles from its U.S. fleet, which constitutes approximately a third of its total number of EVs in its global fleet. It claimed that expenses related to collision and damage primarily associated with EVs remained high in the most recent financial quarter, thereby supporting the company's decision to initiate the material reduction in the EV fleet. Hertz said it plans to reinvest some of the proceeds into purchasing gas-powered vehicles. There were already signs that Hertz was having cold feet over its decision to invest heavily in EVs over the last few years. It was reported in 2021 that the rental company had ordered 100,000 EVs from Tesla. The following April, it emerged that Hertz planned to buy up to 65,000 EVs from Polestar over 5 years. However, back in October of last year, Hertz said it was slowing down plans to electrify its fleet. At the time, the company said EVs were costing them about twice in terms of damage cost repair than a conventional internal combustion engine vehicle. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Massachusetts says eBay will pay a $3 million penalty to resolve criminal charges following a harassment campaign conducted by several former executives. Several ex-employees targeted a couple who wrote a newsletter that was critical of the company. The Justice Department charged eBay with 2 counts of stalking through interstate travel, 2 counts of stalking through electronic communication services, 1 count of witness tampering, and 1 count of obstruction of justice. The $3 million fine was the statutory maximum for the felonies. As part of a deferred prosecution agreement with authorities, eBay also needs to improve its compliance program and retain an independent corporate compliance monitor for 3 years. The U.S. Attorney's Office says eBay admitted to a detailed recitation of all the relevant facts about its conduct. In August of 2019, the company's former senior director of safety and security, Jim Ball, and 6 others carried out a harassment campaign against Ina and David Steiner of Massachusetts. The couple wrote about litigation involving eBay, and higher-ups at the company were said to have been frustrated about the negative coverage. Ball and his co-conspirators harassed the couple by, among other things, sending them a fetal pig, a funeral wreath, and live spiders and cockroaches. According to prosecutors, 3 of the former eBay employees traveled to the Steiners' home in the aim of planting a GPS tracking device on their car. The campaign also involved sending harassing messages via Twitter. Ball and several others were convicted and sent to prison. One other has admitted to their part in the campaign but has yet to be sentenced. In a victim impact statement published on their website, the Steiners wrote that eBay's actions against them had a damaging and permanent impact on them, emotionally, psychologically, physically, reputationally, and financially. And they strongly pushed federal prosecutors for further indictments to deter corporate executives and board members from creating a culture where stalking and harassment is tolerated or encouraged. The pair and Steiner Associates, the publisher of their e-commerce Bytes newsletter, have filed a civil lawsuit against eBay and the former employees. A trial has been scheduled for March of 2025. Engadget has been providing blanket coverage of CES 2024 in Las Vegas this week. Make sure you check out Engadget's Best Of story with 12 honorees and a Best in Show selection. Deputy Editor Sherilyn Lowe breaks down all the honorees in an embedded video in the article, as well as providing a lot of context. Also, check out 25 gadgets showcased at CES that you can buy right now, ranging in price from $60 to $3,000. And then there's all the weird tech that makes CES quirky while pushing the envelope on what is possible. You can check out the weirdest of the weird tech and gadgets that the Engadget team found at CES 2024 at Engadget.com. Thanks for listening. Of course, there's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism by Engadget contributors Chris Holt and the entire Engadget team covering CES this week, and was produced by Spoken Layer. Enjoy your long weekend, and I'll be back on Tuesday with more from Engadget.